Wow. This week in wrestling it's been pretty unique, I must say. I just got done watching Raw, or I didn't see all of it, but I saw the main parts, and I gotta say they're improving. It's good to see, especially considering where they're at probably about a month ago. The show was actually pretty good, especially the in-ring action was very, very good. A few very good matches, so overall I can't complain too much. And to top it off, we got a lot of implications that came out of Raw, some very shocking announcements. So I'm not gonna do a review on Raw. I'm just gonna go through it and point out things that came out of it and what I think they'll do into the future. Well, the first thing I can think of in one of the biggest announcements in a long time was our first inductee into the 2014 Hall of Fame, and can't believe I'm saying this, but it's the Ultimate Warrior. Some people don't want to see him inducted. I can understand why, because he's not the nicest guy. He's not the easiest guy to get along with. But I think get past all that, get past his personal stuff, and you're looking at one of the most influential superstars in WWE history. He was around at the time that gimmicks were at their peak, and his gimmick was cool. So because of that, he was one of the top main event guys. Some people even said at times that he was higher up than Hogan, and I agree. So I think he definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So it'll be interesting to see his Hall of Fame speech and who inducts him, because not many people like him. So I was trying to think of who could actually induct him, and I can't think of anyone. I don't think Triple H is going to. We all know what happened there. So some people are saying Hogan. I can see that happening, but I think they should give it to some guy that's on the roster, on today's roster. Like someone like CM Punk, or just someone like that knows what the Ultimate Warrior was like, knows the success of his career and the impact he had on WWE, because he did have a big impact. So I reckon give it to someone from today's roster to induct him, and I can't wait to see his speech. Let's just say that. But we got a few other implications from Raw. The New Age Outlaws. If you haven't seen Raw, pretty much, they teamed up with CM Punk and, for reasons unknown, screwed him. It will be interesting to see where this goes. I think it's pretty much the start of another CM Punk and Triple H feud, which will probably result in a match at WrestleMania 30, which I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, they had a match at Night of Champions in 2011, which was good, even though it had like 550,000 run-ins and like 270,000 kickouts, but get past all that, it was still an entertaining match, so I wouldn't mind seeing it again. So either they could do that, or they could bring back Daniel Bryan into this feud, and they could have CM Punk and Daniel Bryan versus Shawn Michaels and Triple H, which would be an incredible match. I'd love to see that. But as for New Age Outlaws, I don't see him doing much in this feud. They might have a segment next week, but I don't see him getting involved in all that much, and they're starting to age up, so it doesn't really bother me. But whatever. And then another segment that happened on Raw. Speaking of stuff getting old, Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston was easily the surprise of the night. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Kofi Kingston beat Randy Orton. Yes, you are hearing that correctly. It's good to see Randy doing the job, especially since he's WWE champion and he probably should not be doing the job, but good on him for doing that. And then after the match, we got Randy Orton was going ape shit. He was so pissed off because he lost, and then suddenly he starts attacking John Cena's father. And when I saw this, I was thinking, really? We're rehashing old shit that wasn't even all that impactful in the first place. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, it just seems everything with John Cena and Randy Orton, every time they have a feud, they have to rehash old shit. Firstly, they're rehashing the feud itself. They've had a rivalry like 500 times. Now they're doing this again. I mean, my God. What can you do? I understand why they do it, to create shock and just add a bit of, tension to the rivalry. And that's fine, but could at least do something else. Why don't you have Randy Orton, RKO, and Nikki Bella? I mean, that'd be way better, way more impactful. So, I don't know. But, speaking of John Cena, his match with Damien Sandow was actually pretty good. And like I said, this Raw was full of really good in-ring action. So if you're a fan of in-ring action and don't care about anything else, you'll love this Raw. But then we get to the main event, which was actually caused by a match that happened earlier, which was the Usos versus Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan. They had a match earlier in the show, which... What happened? I can't... Was it a disqualification? I seriously can't remember. But something happened, and the match was ordered to take place again later in the night inside a steel cage. So, firstly, I think it's great that the Usos are getting the main event spot on Raw, because I am a fan of their tag team, mainly for their in-ring ability. They don't have many character traits, but I do think they're a very good team. And then we got Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt, and so this match was good. It was a good steel cage match, but the main talking point was the end of it. The Usos won, which again, really good. But after the match, there was like at least a 3-minute delay. I don't really know what they were doing, but Bray Wyatt was about to do the Sister Abigail on Daniel Bryan, which he done earlier in the night after the match they had before, and then but this time Daniel Bryan got out of it, and then he started beating up on Bray Wyatt, which, you know, reveals his plan to get Bray Wyatt alone so he could beat the living piss out of him. And then he returned to Daniel Bryan, which was good because I wasn't a big fan of Daniel Wyatt, whatever the fuck we're gonna call him, but I just felt it was stupid and pointless. So it's good to see him back as his normal self. Where they'll go with it, well, the ideal thing to do would be to have Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt, but when they'll do it, I don't know. I think Mania is too far away, and I think Daniel Bryan should be in a higher profile match. That's not taking anything away from Bray Wyatt. I think he's a good talent, but I don't think he's there yet. So yeah. So, speaking of Mania, what the fuck is going on with this? I mean, usually around or before Royal Rumble, around New Year's, we should have a good idea of what the matches are gonna be, and I have no fucking idea what they're gonna do. Like, some people have got their ideas. Some of them make sense, some of them don't. But I really can't think of one match that's almost certain to happen. Maybe apart from CM Punk vs Triple H, but even that's in question. So why is this WrestleMania? It's being planned so late. A part of that's good because it makes it more exciting, but then a part of it's bad because they don't know what they're doing. So yeah, hopefully they figure it out soon. I am planning on doing I did do a WrestleMania 30, or my WrestleMania 30 predicted match card, which I deleted because I felt it was just like pretty much just a dream card. So I am going to do another match card predictions, probably within the next few days. I'll try and make the matches a bit more realistic this time. So make sure you be on the lookout for that. And then Royal Rumble's it's only a few weeks away, so I'm going to start doing videos related to the Royal Rumble. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll think of something. So make sure you be on lookout for those. My God, can't speak properly today, but yeah. So I do have a lot of content coming this way. I just don't know when, because I have to get a new car, which sucks. I said in my previous video that some things happened that prevented me from making videos. Yeah, my car got fucking rear-ended. Bullshit, but now I'm on the search for another car, which is kind of exciting, but a bit of a pain in the ass as well, but you don't want to hear about that, so yeah, just make sure you be on the lookout for new content that should be out in the next week. And apart from that, I don't have anything to say, so later everybody.